Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. We're back in the studio. So I guess I simply have to say, turn your phone off, Graham, and roll the Duke.
It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
How dare you!
Hello. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Hope you guys are all doing well. Many things of stuff to talk about, including stuff with Trigger Warning and, of course, what's in the news and general madness and insanity. I'm joined tonight, as ever, by the sounds low on Hayden, Graham.
Well,
you've got one fucking job.
Dude, you can see with your own eyes.
One job. Well, that's good.
You can see, right, for a start, sound low on Hayden was said before anyone heard me, right?
Low volume. Let me guess, Graham's louder.
He was saying that by default. Look, dude, what am I supposed to do? Look,
Turn the volume up in there.
it's maxed. You can see with your own eyes.
Wasn't there another control we used to have in there? There was another control we used to have in there to make it louder.
I mean, I can push it up a little bit from the desk.
Go on, push it up a little bit more from the desk. It's got loads of room in there. Look at that.
Not on a fucking desk, it's not.
Yes, push it. Go on.
Thank you, Aphid Lip. It is both the same. I am aware of that.
Fucking hell,
In
I
fact,
feel like
no,
that makes a change, doesn't it?
no.
Wait till he gets excited in half an hour.
No.
I've been... Shush. It's not Tuesday night now. I've been here since 4 o'clock. I had a meeting with Stephen. Probably going to try and get him on next week, by the way. Graham turned up, about 7-ish? 7:30?
Yep.
And, he doesn't like to talk about his arm.
I haven't mentioned it so
He's
far.
done nothing but fucking whinge. Constantly since he got here.
Barely
it's
mentioned
not
it.
stopped.
Barely mentioned it, guys.
Not fucking... I wish I brought some painkillers. I'm
Well,
like, what are you doing? That's not going to help.
Well, it would have been a good idea to bring painkillers, yes.
It's been a month.
Yeah, a month of a broken arm. It hurts.
Not that broken, was it? They didn't put a cast on it, did they?
They can't where it was. It didn't make that. Look, I've been over this.
Talking bollocks. Yeah, fucking man up.
All of you.
Man up.
All of you.
Gotta walk it off.
Everyone. You, chat, everyone.
How's your arm?
It's a bit sore, actually. It is. I'm doing all right, though.
Can't you straighten it at all?
I can't.
Do you want me to help?
No, I do. I'm desperate. I want it to just...
Do you want me to pull your arm?
Yeah, go and pull it. Make me scream.
Who have we got in here now? We've got lovely Lacey. Hello, Lacey. We got Aphid Lip, of course. Gorgeous George Begonia. Last Dance. Good to see you, mate. Fat Belly. Rasputin's Ghost. And some others I may have missed. I'll try and catch up with you as we go. If you want to get in touch during the show, you can tweet us at Triggered TV, or you can just use chat. It's probably easier. I would say the email, but we have no way of reading the email this evening. So
it's a bit much for us tonight, isn't it? A bit confusing.
Yeah, I don't think I set up the mailbox when I moved server. So I had to move 20-odd sites. 25 sites. One client rang me up. He said, since you did this server like a week ago for him. I went, yeah. My email's not been working properly. I said, well, that's unusual. I'll go and check for you. I hadn't created the email account. I said to him, I don't know what you did there.
Oh, you must have pressed something. Don't you worry, son. I'll sort it.
It's all working fine my side. And that was that. Oh, it's nice to be back in the studio, though, isn't it?
Yep, we've been gossiping, haven't we? Hopefully you've got most of your trying to talk out your system.
A good deal of it.
Yeah.
Because obviously the last time we were in 2 weeks ago, it was that debate, and I was the moderator of the debate, so I couldn't even really get involved. And since then I've been in a lot of work, obviously work, pay the rent sort of work, but working on a new platform, Altfeed, which Trigger Warning will be a part of. We'll maybe talk a little bit more about that later. Guys, you're going to have to turn the volume up at your end. Graham's given up. He says there's nothing more he can give.
Hayden, you can see it, right? Okay, I'll give you more. But it's just going to start distorting. So what? There you go.
It won't distort until it hits the red. Look, it's really low.
It'll be distorted coming out of the fader, and you know that. You're just saying these things to make me look like a dick. You know, right? There you go. Oh, are you happy now? Are you all happy?
Honestly, it's like having a fucking premenstrual woman on the show.
All I'm going to do now is I'm going to have DMs for a full fucking week of people going, have you tried this with the audio? Have you tried that? And it's like, well, look, right, it's just...
I think some of them are taking the piss. That's what I think.
No.
I've got the cheap sunglasses. These ones, basically, the sunglasses that we wear, we just found them in here, so we borrowed them. And I think they look great.
There's so much fun stuff. There's always different things in this room, isn't there? Every week we come in and go, oh, what this? Look at this. I don't know why. It's just here.
I might need my shouting hat in a bit.
Okay, yeah, it's on the ready.
Get that right. I might need my shouting hat. Anyone watching this for the first time, this is about as good as it gets. If you're a recent follower of mine on Twitter, you might not like it quite as much as my Twitter feed. But there we go. Dave says, my TV is on twice its normal volume and you're still quiet. I don't think this has the hidden thing that Wirecast had, with the secret volume boost. No. Have a look on the computer volume settings. Is it set to 100? I think it is. Yeah, it's all set to 100. There's not much else we can do. Unless you pump a bit more gain out. Get some distortion on the... It's just quiet, guys. Aphid Lip says it's fine. It'll do. Fat Belly's being a dick and he's going to give you a stroke. Not in a sexy way. Excuse me 1 second. It's very important. Shit City is still losing. Shit. Okay, well, that's fucked. I've had enough.
This is the thing, yeah. You bitch and fucking moan, you lot, every fucking week. But in 12 minutes or so, he's going to be screaming at the top of his lungs. And I need a little bit of wriggle room on that, thank you very much. Otherwise, the whole show is just... It's got these dots, digital dots when it cuts out. Just I don't know.
Are you finished?
I get home and I watch the show and I can fucking hear it fine, thank you.
No one complained last week, did they?
No.
What the fuck is City said, like Manchester City Football Club? Okay. Rebecca Long Bailey. Yes. The Shadow Home Secretary, Rebecca Long Bailey. The Member of Parliament for Salford and Eccles, Rebecca Long Bailey, who is no longer, as far as I know, the Shadow Home... Education Secretary. I'm sorry. No longer the Shadow Education Secretary, Rebecca Long Bailey. Reason being, the Independent, yes, that shite clickbait shower of our souls that used to be a newspaper, went woke, went broke, now they're a website, or more than likely, a Twitter feed. Well, they did an interview with a British actress called Maxine Peake. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And Maxine, because this is what actors and such like do, decided to tell us about Mr. Floyd's murder and why it happened. And it's because the police were trained in Israel by Israeli secret services, no less. They're not usually trained by secret services, but I digress. And this turned into a long thing all the way through about hammering Israel. Very woke, very lovey, very blah, 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 blah. Now... Quite a few other actors picked up on this and said, "You're not sure about this, Maxine," but okay. And Rebecca Long Bailey, who was until very recently the Shadow Education Secretary and MP for Salford and Eccles, retweeted the article, the interview with Maxine Peake, which... perhaps wasn't terribly wise. We'll get around to why soon, because we're all aware, and I'm sure we are aware, that, criticism of the state of Israel is not an anti-Semitic thing. In and of itself, it's not. No country is beyond criticism. No government is beyond criticism. and we all have the right, the obligation to stand up and speak when we believe something's wrong. Flip side. It's also a huge fucking dog whistle for hating on the Jews a bit. And that happens a lot. We do see it a lot. We just do. We know it. You know, people will maybe swap the word from Jew to Zionist and all this sort of thing, but we know it happens. Now, I know Richie Allen lost his shit because Rebecca Long Bailey, who he really doesn't like, this must have been such a conflict for our Richie, dropped from the position for retweeting it, even though she put out an apology going, obviously I don't endorse what was in the article, I just retweeted it because I really like Maxine. That apology was fucking beautiful, wasn't it? It really was like, oh shit, yeah. Oh shit, I didn't read it, I just retweeted it, shit, we've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah, retweet. What? It was what? So Richie was saying she should never have been sacked because, as you know, Richie's a fierce critic of the state of Israel. And, you know, ignoring all the dog whistles, and it is a fucking dog whistle. Come on, it really is a fucking dog whistle. Here's the thing. A policeman in America kneeled on a man's neck for, was 8.5 minutes? And the man died. Graham's found something. Go on. Go on. Yes. He's found some gain. Now, the policeman in America kneeled on the man's neck for 8.5 minutes. The man died. Manslaughter at the very least. I would go more towards murder. Because if you're kneeling on someone's neck and throat and they're going, I can't breathe, I really can't breathe. If you don't loosen that pressure a little bit, especially when you have much assistance, you pretty much wanted to do some damage. Anyway, what this narrative is doing now, when Maxine Peake talks about Israel, it's almost like they're taking the responsibility for that act and giving it to the state of Israel. Now, here's the deal. Israel does some bad shit. We all fucking know it. To one degree or another, some of us might think it's far worse, some far better, whatever. I'm pretty sure. I'm very sure. In fact, go and fetch. Can I have my shouting hat, please? I need my shouting hat for this. Don't run too fast, you might fall and hurt your arm. Thank you very much. I just need my shouting hat. It's all right. There we go. That looks nice. Oh, it's a jaunty angle, isn't it? There we go. It echoes. It fucking echoes. It's the fez of honesty, the fez of truth. Here's the deal. Even even if these people were trained by the secret services in Israel, I'm almost positive. I'm very nearly positive that it is not part of their standard operating procedure to kneel on a man's neck until he's fucking dead. No matter what demons you think the Israelis are, no matter what monsters you think they are, I can guarantee that's not one of their movements. They didn't bring those Americans there and say, no, here's what you do. You get the prick on, this chair's very squeaky. You get the prick on the floor, then you kneel on his neck till he's dead. No, that was the decision of that police officer, not his training. But it's so easy to just take it and blame Israel. Blame Israel. I can't believe I've just done a shit Tommy Cooper impression and trigger warning. My fucking life.
Yeah, you're simultaneously offending several groups right now.
There's nothing offensive about Fez. There's nothing wrong with a Fez. Oh, hello. It's been noticed. Not by Mrs. Hewitt never watches the show. I'm sure she'd be madly fucking disappointed if she did. It's from our Tez. How are you doing, Tez? Why don't you come down and join us 1 week? We'll infect you with the COVID's good style. So yeah, what we're looking at is a load of people on the internet just shifting the blame to Israel. Not because they particularly care about the police officer or want to absolve him of his own personal fucking actions, but because we really love, above all things, having a bit of a bitch about the Jews, don't we? Have you not noticed? With that Black Lives Matter protest in France, when this really adds to the gravitas, doesn't it? When they were chanting, "Dirty Jews, dirty Jews." There we go. Ice cube, iced tea, what ice cream? Ice cube. He was in Boys in the Hood, don't you know? I think he was. Was that the film?
Yes.
Was it?
I'm not sure. I know what you mean, though.
It was the one in America with the black people and the guns.
He's been in several films. He does family movies now, bless him.
Maybe not for much longer. It didn't do Mel Gibson's career much good, did it? But it seems like nothing brings people together. Nothing. More than having a little poke at the Jews. It's the acceptable bigotry. It's the racism that's okay. So, Rebecca Long Bailey. No, she shouldn't have been sacked. Hayden looks like the bloke I bought a rug off on holiday. No, I'm not doing it again. Most of the people knowing this, like, what the fuck are you doing? Boys in the Hood, that's what I said, wasn't it?
Yes, 100%. I've just checked the tape.
That keeps tickling me. I'm sweating now. So no, I do not believe she should have been sacked for it. I don't think it's that important. But I don't like cancel culture anyway. I have enjoyed Richie kicking off about, because that's always beautiful. I have great love for the man. I love it when he loses his fucking rag though. It makes me so happy.
Dude, as soon as I saw the news, I went straight to Richie's Twitter feed. That was the first place I went. I was like, let's
if I had been near my computer, I would have sent him the picture of the Bibi Netanyahu with the thumbs up. Oh, there's a fucking screenshot.
Yeah, sorry, I ruined it there, didn't I?
Yeah, so Richie lost his shit. People online lost his shit. But do you know what I love above all? Now, I often get accused of being right-wing. Apart from people who are actually right-wing who think I'm a terrible leftist prick. I'm reasonably centrist in many things. I am very liberal in a lot of things. Perhaps not a liberal, but very liberal about a lot of things. But I gotta say, I really love it when the left eat their own. Oh, it's terribly exciting. I do enjoy it. When they're too busy trying to cancel everyone else that goes, it's got a cock, it's probably a man, or, fucking whatever. Misgendered someone, you weren't nice to a fucking paedophile, all this weird shit. Because the thing is, when you're woke, you are never woke enough. At some point, you will be the offender. And they will come for you. So I see all these people like that Aidan Comerford, he's fucked. He put a song up that he said he was just being, I was just joking. He had a bit of a dig at transsexual people in there. He's built his entire internet clout on being the champion of trans people. No, he might get away with it, but I love it when they fucking eat themselves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world, because that's all they can do, because it becomes a competition as the swirling round the plug hole that is the end of your life. Faster and faster and faster, more woke, 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 until there will only be one left. Jessica Yaniv.
The king. She'll be the king.
I'll take my shouting hat off a bit. It's quite warm for something that's just made of felt. Or whatever the fuck it is. I can't believe I've just worn a fez on fucking trigger warning. No, it's not healthy.
Quite a serious thing as well, weren't you?
Well, that's the best way. It's the rough with the smooth, isn't it, Graham?
Yeah. I got to say though, like the thing, and Richie's one of these people as well, going, well, I'm just stating facts, whilst he's sharing opinion pieces from dodgy websites. And here's the thing, even if it is a fact that there's been like tactical sharing between US and Israeli police forces or whatever, even if that is a fact,
it is a fact.
It's the fact that you go from like George Floyd was killed. Who do I blame? Do I blame
the Jews?
Do I blame the police officer who did it? What about the Democrats who run the city and state? Do I blame them? No, let's blame. It's the fucking Jews.
It's got to be the Jews.
It's got to be the Jews. It's got to be. It's fucking ace. It's fucking ace. And then Richie's falling for the same bullshit that he calls out on a daily basis, going, well, I'm just stating facts. And it's like, well, yeah, but you're removing any kind of
But I think it is
responsibility.
factual that many forces, because what country in the world does more anti-terror training?
No, that's fine. No, I understand that.
I know British
I
police have
respect
been there, and that's very much a part of it. But of course, what the problem is with a lot of dot connecting. It's like when people tell me, well, David Icke is an amazing dot connect. It's really easy to connect dots.
Of course it is.
When you've decided what the end destination is already. So what you do, you take this fact, that fact, and you go, well, I've got that narrative, and hey, fucking hell, they fit. Well, there we go.
That's it, though. It's when you go George Floyd's death, Israel, and there's nothing in between.
Don't just
It's
push
like
them.
fucking mental.
Push them.
You're damn right, though. In terms of
we go.
anti-terror training, yeah, if you'd spent 50 years with every country on your border trying to kill you,
They're used to dealing with people
probably
with
picked up a
explosive
few.
vests.
Yeah.
Stabbing. I know with the explosive vest, I spoke to an Israeli chap about it one time, and he was saying this esh is the standard thing. Fire.
Oh.
Never sent to mass. Never sent to mass because they could be set to. And I saw a video. Someone shared a video with me that was a suicide bomber. There's a couple of others that had already been shot. And the Israeli policeman had these Desert Eagle, I think it is. Oh, I sound like an American knowing
Tasty.
my guns. Do a little dance. Had his Desert Eagle. I love the way I bring such serious. I'm about to talk about someone dying.
I know, yeah. You're setting it up nicely. You've got Desert Eagle with me going, into the mic. Oh, go on, Aidan.
Was it the nickel plated? Oh, God.
It's not very practical, but
But he
it's
had
nice.
his Desert Eagle on him. And he said, don't move. Someone had to tell me it was don't move. I don't speak the lingo. I think it's Spanish, innit? They speak, or German or something. I don't fucking know. I'm joking. I'm not that ignorant. Everyone knows that they all speak French. Anyway, he said, don't move. And the guy put his hand, just moved his hand towards something. Now, you see, I saw people saying about the video, well, there was no need to execute him. He's a suicide bomber. He's probably got an idea. 2 in the head. Pop. Turns him off, you see. Like a light.
Clean. Sounds like a clean kill.
Yeah, it didn't look clean. Very, very, very messy. But that's the deal. Fucking just tap. There you go. Fucking. What else are you supposed to do with them? Obviously, in Britain, we took all that training and used it to murder a fucking electrician. But you know, we'll keep trying.
There's too many black people on the tube, though, Aidan, wasn't it? That's what it was.
Fucking nailed that prick on the bridge, though, didn't they?
Yeah. Just knock a few out. Ease up public transport. Did you see everyone squeezed in together? You need to sort it out somehow, don't you?
But yeah, that prick on London Bridge, who, by the way, is counted amongst the statistics people use as to show how many people have been murdered by the police. They include that man that went to kill people on London Bridge, and the police just gave him some sleepy bye-byes time. But he's included in the stats to show that we're really brutal in this country. That's the problem. I'm not going to argue against institutionalised racism. It's something we've been working through for years, and we're still going to work through. It works more in just a case of not liking black people as hiring from your own pool and all these sort of things that we work on as a society. But in Britain, there simply aren't the levels of police brutality that we might see, for example, in the US. Not when it comes to killing black people or white people. Stop and search is lopsided. But then again, a lot of the predominantly black areas, for reasons that probably got a lot to do with racism as well, are quite run down, can be quite crime-riddled. So there you go. There was a video the other day, the police were stopping and searching a young black fella, and there was a woman saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? This is racial profiling. Why are you doing that? And they pulled a big fucking butcher's knife out of his jacket. Showed it to the woman. She carried on shouting at them.
Yeah, I saw that video, man. That was insane.
So we had the policeman, didn't it? He went, that's why.
That's why. This big fucking knife.
Last Dance. I don't know that it's a myth, but I don't think it's quite cut and dried or as easy as someone. There's the chess theory and there's all different kinds of things, and it all plays in. But we improve as a society towards inclusivity in general. I think we can all agree on that. It's not like it was 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago. We work towards things, but we live in an age of entitlement and now, and it's not enough to just work on it and bring people together. It's we must smash people that don't immediately get on board with everything we demand. Hence, the Black Lives Matters movement being a Marxist organisation. The group. Not every black person on the streets who, if they feel they're being discriminated against, we've got to listen. Because I don't think they're all making it up, guys. But then you go and look at the Black Lives Matters movement, and you see that basically it's the Marxist handbook. That's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. But yeah, there are things we can improve on, the things we can make better.
You know, they always say, don't they? Like, oh, you've never read any Marx, you. I've been reading loads of Marx lately. He was a right cunt, and I mean a right cunt.
It was a fucking shocker.
Like, yeah, it didn't work a fucking day in his life. Literally scavved off everyone around him.
Didn't he write that at that pub in Salford?
Oh yeah, it was up here for a while. Yeah.
Which, ironically, Rebecca Long Bailey is the MP for Salford and Eccles.
But he was
no connection. I just like saying that.
He really was like the worst kind of SJW you've ever known. Like rich. His mum finally cut him off. He went on a big paddy about it. He kept getting kicked out of newspapers he was writing for writing. But he was a fucking horrible piece of shit.
Of course he was, because he came up with Marxism.
Yeah, well, and it all
which is a terrible system.
It all got, and he joined the workers, the workers something or other in the UK. Completely destroyed it, gutted it, completely ruined it, man. He was literally momentum. I'm not surprised that they are as they are now. Yeah. People say it's like a twisting of the thing. No, they're exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the fucking handbook.
So yeah, I have read him, and he's a cunt. I mean, we're trying not to say that, aren't we? He was a massive bastard, though.
I don't think only race matters.
He loves saying the N-word as well, Hayden. And
Karl
he hates.
Marx.
Yeah, oh yeah. He loved it.
Apparently, Gorgeous George says the Twitch feed is still on countdown. Shows 31 minutes until Thursday showtime.
Yes, I would ignore that tonight. I don't have time to sort it out. It will be back on next week. I'm so sorry.
I tell you why to ignore it. We've not set it up to stream to Twitch.
We've not set it up for right now. I can't do it right now, mate. I'm so sorry. But thanks anyone that's donated through it or subbed to us tonight. I'll check when I get in, and I've missed any donations. I'm so sorry.
Well, thanks.
Thank you, yeah.
Saturday nights with Smoke Steve. If you haven't checked it out, do so. He's very good, isn't he? Our Steve.
Oh, yeah.
One of the team now. That's it. Fuck for life. Until we decide he's no longer of use. He's stuck with us now. When we decide he's no longer of use, he'll just quietly vanish.
Yeah, you'll get loads of DMs from me crying. Little videos.
But no, I mean, check it out. Steve's a really good host. I'm really happy that, he offered to step up and take it over, and he's doing really well with it. I think I popped in last week. What a fucking boomer. I think I popped in. I might have popped in. I don't know. I did. I dropped in. And I might pop in again this week. But do check that out. Saturdays starts at 11 p.m. UK time, which is some other time, wherever they are. I don't know. Is it 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? Whatever. Sometime in whatever misbegotten colonial hellhole you live in. Smoke Steve, not only will we have you, you've got to do this forever now. This is your thing. This is yours. You own it now. You've taken ownership.
No holidays. That's your Saturdays are gone forever.
That's it. And hopefully I'll get a panicky message this Saturday. What's going on? It won't work. It won't work. And the cruelest thing is that I logged in and I saw it. All he'd done is what I do every week. You leave the card thing.
Yeah, you got to go on.
I do it every week.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. And I just took maybe a moment too long to sit there. Because you get little previews underneath, so you can see the cameras of whoever's waiting to go live. And whilst the card was up, it was beautiful, because he's obviously on a laptop, he's going... And it was just, oh shit, I know that feeling so well.
Dude, I did exactly the same thing the week before.
I know the feeling so well.
He didn't go on the brand tab and click, because you just click the picture, don't you? On and off, on and off. And
so you think, oh, well, it's all sorted, you'll do the intro, I'll take care of it. You end the intro and it goes back to a fucking picture.
And there's just a picture in front of you and you can't get rid of it. You're literally behind it going, oh. And everyone can hear you panicking. That's the thing.
Oh, Steve, just it's something you will do with alarming regularity, don't worry. But do check that out. Saturday night, 11 p.m. UK time. It's really good. And good to have you aboard, mate. Good to have you aboard. Now, there are going to be some changes for Trigger Warning. Some of you might already know about this. Some of you might not. If you're on Twitter, go and follow AltFeed now. Or go to beta.altfeed.org and sign up to become a beta tester sometime in the next week or so. I think we're going to open that. Essentially, we're still going to be doing Trigger Warning. Nearly choked on my own saliva then. We're still going to be doing Trigger Warning. Oh, I'm just a broken old man. So yeah, still, third time, still going to be doing Trigger Warning. It's not going to stop. It's just falling under a new banner because we want to do more. If you've looked on the Trigger Warning website, Daz writes about music and gets interviews. I want more. We want more of everything. But it's not just about what we want to write for you, or me ranting about paedophiles or trans activists or zoophiles or whoever I've found on Twitter to poke fucking repeatedly for a few hours. It's not just about that. You know I like platforms. And I've been passionate about saying we've all got to fucking stand up. There's so much bad shit in the world. We've got to stand up to whatever it is. So it will also be not only a publisher or articles of the Trigger Warning Show, of new podcasts and some other things. You'll be able to submit, as a user, articles for the site. Excuse me. Editorially, completely agnostic. We'll have a very simple rule set. That is all that'll be used. Regardless of who you are, what you believe, anything else, those rules will be applied to everybody equally. There'll be no arbitrary systems in place for banning. There'll be no tracking people. There'll be none of those sort of things. No shadow banning, nothing like that. If we can't sort a problem out, maybe you'll leave the platform. Maybe you won't. Everything will be dealt with person to person where possible. So you'll be able to submit articles. You'll also be able to have your own profile on there and do all the usual social media stuff like, post your activity, reply to other people's activity, share shit memes, whatever it is that you do. To increase the collaborative aspect, you can make groups. So they can be private, public, or hidden. And in those groups, you can have a group-only forum that's spawned when you start the group. You can also have something called group docs, which is group documents. So it's collaborative documents. You can build a knowledge base or whatever you want and keep that within the group. And you can set your own mods and all those kind of things. Also with the radio station, we've got American Rebellion, who show that's already started. They're on tonight. I think I've scheduled it in as well. I've done very well. Midnight tonight, I believe.
Well done. So midnight UK time.
Midnight UK time tonight is the American Rebellion show. We got Hodgepodge from Aphid Lip starting very soon. Of course, we have the Metal show on a Tuesday and a Sunday from our very own Natalie Stacey. That's the interlude, which is fucking banging. Every week she picks really good tunes. And also Beyond the Pale. I'm going to be starting my show within the next 3 weeks. I've got to get AltFeed opened. It's got some pretty grim stuff to go on, a couple of them, if I'm honest with you. But it gives us options so we can be assholes on Trigger Warning, but still maybe talk to guests who won't ever come on a show called Trigger Warning, where some fat dick starts screaming, wearing a fez and laughing, talking about people getting killed. So this is the plan.
Your lack of professionalism constantly offends me, Hayden.
Wait till you see how many fucks I don't give. So that's it. It's got altfeed.org. You can go and sign up now, beta.altfeed.org. altfeed.org. You can spell .org yourself. You're clever boys and girls. I believe in you. Sign up, and when we're getting close, we'll send you an email. We'll get a username off you. We'll get you all hooked up with an account and a login, and you'll be able to go in and start fucking about. And the idea is just to give people another outlet. I know a lot of people have been kicked off Medium for stuff that really I didn't understand. There's certain dissenting voices that aren't allowed. We need to create somewhere where you can do this stuff. It's never going to be a video sharing site or anything like that. Down the line, we might have limited video content. We might also have it where people can spawn their own blogs from it. Not decided about yet, because that's an undertaking. So please do go and check that out. And if you dig it, support it. I don't mean anything. Just use it. Have fun with it. Do what you do. Trigger Warning's website will be moving to a subdomain of alt feed, be stripping it right back. We're going to keep the forum for the handful of people that enjoy using it, because I made those guys a promise. A lot of them came from the Live League forums, and I intend to keep it until the last one stops using it. I will keep that fucking thing going, because I said I would. So we'll be moving that to there, and everything will be listed on there. It's all going to be quite complete. It's progressing nicely. Still a few things to work on, but it will progress. Total Utter Nutter says, make not allowed to be offended part of the terms of service. No. People can be offended as they want. You just can't expect that we will always act on the fact that you are offended. Because it'll have rules, and there'll be a charter, basically a constitution. And whilst that's never legally binding in a website sense, I think we have to open it up to the point where if we don't live up to our expectations, we should be called to account for it as a platform, because it's not going to be huge, because the pressures are going to be different. We've got more leeway to do the sort of thing I really can do when you haven't got those other pressures on you, and I hope it works. If it doesn't, well, we tried. I'd rather fail than not try at all. So do come and join us, and that'd be really helpful. What accident with our Christmas lights? Graham rearranged them to look beautiful.
I fucking dare you. I grafted hard on those lights this evening, thank you very much.
My fez is all sweaty.
Yeah. They've got to be a bit sweaty.
I've got a sweaty fez.
I'm glad Tommy Cooper came up. Yeah, he's one of my favourite stories, that guy. There needs to be more statues of him, I reckon.
I think we should have many more statues of Tommy Cooper.
To die of a heart attack and have a whole room full of people cheering for you as you go.
I always remember, I think these will go well with a fez. Yeah. I'll always remember one comedian who said, I knew he'd died. I knew he'd died because he'd never been that graceful in his life. Because he did, he just sort of folded gracefully, didn't he? He died on stage, which I guess,
Yeah.
There's worse ways to fucking go.
Well, the point is, though, he'd spent his entire life working so hard to genuinely entertain people to the point where when that happened, everyone just assumed he was doing it for them.
Being Tommy Cooper.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful. There's a really good song by Scroobius Pip about him, actually. It's really, really cool.
Paul McCord says, good job the lights are out of focus.
Yeah.
That's not out of focus. That's depth of field, dude.
Yeah. Do you want Aiden in focus or the lights? Those lights are a good... They're a good 3-4 metres behind him for that exact reason, mate. I'm an artist.
Fucking piss artist. Says me, wearing 50p sunglasses and a fez. Ah, damn me.
What do you mean they're out of focus? Of course they fucking are.
Depth of field, innit, mate? Depth of field.
Depth of field is
doesn't know anything.
Jeez.
Fucking hell. We're using a Canon C100 with a vintage Russian lens. Must be about 45 years old. Which is renowned for its bokeh effect. The depth of field. How blurred things look when they're not in focus. I think I showed that off. Magnificent.
I want to show him. I want to go and walk. I want to fucking walk.
I think he gets the idea.
Fucking the amount of work that we put in for you people.
I can't see anything.
No, I can't see. I've just not moved it off once, so I can just do that without looking.
At least Hayden's sunglasses are manly. Yes, Stu Brassey, we know depth of field is actually the distance and range of focus, but out of focus does usually indicate, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah,
which it can't be the case because I set the camera up.
It's not out of focus, it's out of the depth of field. Is the difference.
Technically, it is out of focus, but it's on purpose and we call it depth of field.
It's intentional, though, isn't it?
So it's professional. Not you fiddlers that just make fucking computer models all day. This is real shit. So take us seriously.
Is this the last 20 minutes then? I was just shouting at them at how great we are. And they just don't appreciate us.
That's it. We do all this for you. All this. It's been very hot today. I had to carry all the shit out my house, all to the car, out the car, in here. Did all of that sweating like a scouser in court I was. What do I get? Fucking out of focus. I'm just going to check the football scores to make myself really fucking miserable. Oh, that's a lot of notifications. I did have a wee dig at that zoo file before we came on air, though. I'm sorry, I've not got time for that dog fucker just now. Yeah, it's still 2-1. That's not good. It's finished. So that was Liverpool have won the league, I guess.
Yep.
Congratulations, Liverpool. I think it's finished. I don't know now. Yeah.
Mod, could you just delete George's comment there? That's slanderous. Nonsense. Lies. You can't, can you?
What?
You can't see me, pal.
No. There's two. The desks have a board in you. All right. No one can see. No one can see your manly clitoris.
It's just for you, that, Aiden.
Man clit.
Gives you your game face, doesn't it? Slip them off just before we get going.
Are you going to bring game face back?
Nah.
Could do. Now we got alt feed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, we'll see. I mean,
that's a better angle. Look a bit more rakish with it like that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't play games enough to do
You barely spoke about fucking games.
I know. I didn't talk about games anyway.
It's going to be really strange if they didn't hear that down the microphone.
Just two lunatics just losing it. So glad
You can tell I'm too giddy to be back in this year. I spoke about Rebecca Long Bailey shooting terrorists and got all excited. Bit about alt feed, and I'm about done now. Because I don't want to talk about trans activists, pedos, or zoophiles today.
We do this one.
Which one's that? Boris is playing.
Oh, yeah.
How much has he spent on it now, Graham?
£900,000.
That's not that bad.
It's just shy of $1 million.
What's wrong with that?
That's more than reasonable to swing your dick round.
We don't pay our prime ministers very much. Why shouldn't we give him a nice plane? Why not? What's wrong with that? What did the 900,000 buy?
Very nice paint. Best paint on the planet. Did you see the plane before he did it, though? No. It looked like shit. Like, it was just an old army plane. It looked crap.
Right.
Like, really crap.
It costs £1 million to paint a plane.
Apparently, yeah. I'd have done it for 30 grand.
Wingman John. He'd have probably done it for a few £100.
He would have undercut me like mad, wouldn't he? Found out I was on that.
Oh, fucking bang up. Get his ladders up. He is sorted out. I think it's all right. I don't know why everyone's so excited. We spent more than that on fucking worse. Oh, God, it's bright in here now.
I think the whole it's going to be like Austin Powers was a bit much because it just kind of looks like British Airways plane.
I was going to say, for £1 million, I've got to be honest, I'd like something a bit more pimp.
Yeah, I was hoping for something a bit more. But you know what? The whole United Kingdom on the side, if he's going to a conference or whatever, and we're like, you know what? We're the 5th biggest economy on the world. Yeah. We're sending our leader in a decent fucking ride.
I mean, in the States, they give him a fucking jumbo jet of his own. Yeah. Helicopter. What do we send that poor scruffy twat in number 10 in? A fucking old Rover? No, it's not right. Give him a plane. Fuck it. Like Happy Dog said, it's less than Sadiq Khan spent on publicity. I don't want our Prime Minister. I mean, the man looks like a fucking disgrace as it is. Let him at least turn up in a good-looking vehicle. I say I would have liked a bit better. If I was the leader of a country, I'd have gone with more gold.
Yeah.
Like actual gold.
Nearly $1 million, definitely. Saying that, though...
I'd have had that up to $1 billion.
We don't know, though, because that 900 grand could have been refitting the inside as well. We just don't know.
Could have been refitting the inside, could have been bomb-proofing the luggage compartments.
Yeah, loads of shit.
Many things that could have been done to that plane, that I hope were done to that fucking plane. Regardless of which leader's in it, we have to look after them. And they're not really that well paid over here either. I imagine there's lots of shag pile carpets inside. If
only there was some actual journalists left in this country to let us know what the money was spent on, rather than just 900,000. Look at that. It's like, yeah, but what?
But is that normal? That's the thing. No one's told me. Is that how much it costs? I don't know how much it costs to paint a plane.
Well, they're quite big.
Apparently £900,000. Iron Maiden painted a plane, didn't they?
Should we get him on the phone?
Let's ask Iron Maiden. Phone Iron Maiden.
I'll just pull that up then, I guess.
How much does it cost? How much did your plane cost to paint? Because theirs had a fancy painting on it, Eddie. You know, not just a flag. They had Eddie on. And all that. He's not Donald J. Trump's plane, and he's not Air Force One. Whatever. Right now, it's Donald Trump's fucking plane. The Air Force One, isn't it? It'll be someone else's plane next time. Or maybe not. Might be Donald's for another 4 years. Where he can eat his Kentucky Fried Chicken with a knife and fork. I still love the way that man drinks a fucking bottle of water. I've never seen that in my fucking life. I'm literally, I don't understand it. Why does he have these problems? I don't know what to do. He struggles. We should be able to phone Iron Maiden. I've met a couple of them in the past.
It is an interesting.
Surely they'll remember.
Well, I couldn't actually get Iron Maiden on the phone. They're not answering. I'm assuming it's because they're watching as usual. But I've just had a little check, and the Telegraph in 2018 put out a story saying that it costs about £145,000 to paint a plane, maximum 145.
Right, so let's say a bit of inflation, 200 grand.
Yeah, 200 grand.
700 grand spent on carpets and shag chairs and places for the old Boris to get the lover on. That seems reasonable. If you're going to refit the whole plane,
yeah,
and a paint job, I think under $1 million's pretty good. That's not bad.
I'm happy. I'm fucking proud, Aidan.
Yeah, salute. Nothing wrong with that. Just put fucking guns on it and all sorts, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Big.
I love the way someone's got to jump in because I made a joke about Trump with his water. You've got to have the balance, haven't you? And Joe Biden put his water in his fucking ear. Dude, it's all right. You can take the piss out of one at a time. We'll get round to Biden again next week. Poor confused old bastard.
Did you know the debates are on? They've been confirmed they're going to do 3. Biden will only do 3. But he's got to go to bed, hasn't he? Well, yeah. Well, I reckon whatever speed or amphetamines to give him to do 3. I reckon a doctor sat down and said, you cannot do this more than 3 times. You know, you've got to have a month break or whatever.
Fucking explode.
He's going to be high as shit. They both will be.
Oh, Trump's off his tits all the time. I'm not having it any other way. I've seen that guy's fucking pupils. I know I live a fairly sedentary life. When I was young, I went to a lot of parties, took a lot of drugs around a lot of other people that took drugs. I've seen pupils like that before, usually on fucking speed freaks. Fucking, I'm ready. And the other thing with Trump that confused me, I saw a picture of him stood up the other day. Most people stand up like that, don't they? How does he stand up like that? How do you do that? I tried doing it in my house and I fell over. It's like the Michael Jackson thing, you know, with the...
Yeah,
that's
what it is, man. He's got the groove.
He's got something going on.
That's why he's the president.
I remember looking at it thinking, that doesn't look right. That doesn't even look comfortable. I think Trump's going to get... Now, Biden can't possibly win, can he?
I don't know, man. I can't see how anyone could vote for Joe Biden. I just don't see it. The man has such an insanely poor record. He's like, he presided over all these terrible things that he's now claiming he'll fix.
That's it. Jive Turkey said their debates are going to be a man who can't form a sentence against a man who can't finish one. It's not that he can't finish one. It's just that he kind of loses his place.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Trump's... I love watching Biden because it's the two approaches. Biden's telling, well, I think that we was...
and he goes, oh, you know the thing. You know the thing. And it's like, what the fuck?
Thing? What thing's that?
It's cruel, man.
And then you got Trump, who just like, I don't know what to say next. Words will fall out. Just many. Words that perhaps don't even mean what I think they mean. I would say things. It's going to be spectacular. I cannot wait. I'm going to get some popcorn in, maybe some waffles. I'm going to sit me down, have a wee drink.
Do you know what, though? We were going to do an election special, weren't we? We were talking about it. And it's all a little bit fucked now because America is shit. They do their postal votes, and the way it works here is you can vote by post if you're disabled or whatever, or you're going to be away, but it's got to be like 2 weeks before, so it's in time. In America, they fucked it up. All it has to be is postmarks stamped the day of the vote. So you can literally post your postal vote on election day, and it's still counted. And they have to sit there and wait for it to fucking arrive. I'm waiting for these ones. I was there all night on Tuesday.
Last Dance Trumpism was pretty straight edge. Yeah. Pretty straight edge.
He doesn't drink.
I'm just naturally very energetic.
But yeah, you guys need to
The
sort
man
that
almost
the fuck
has
out.
some blood in his cholesterol stream, and he's twatted on Adderall. I don't give a fuck what you say. He's fucked on it. That's why he can't hold the bottle of water. He's ready to go. I don't buy that straight edge. I've seen the videos of him when he was younger, when he was clearly more excited than people normally find themselves by many things.
I 100%.
That postal thing's fucking mental.
I believe he doesn't drink. Because,
I believe that.
Even when you see pictures of him, he's the guy at the party not drinking. You know, when he's there trying to have fun. And when he was younger. But in terms of other stuff, who knows?
Never trust a man that doesn't drink.
Fuck the way they do postal voting, though.
That makes
Idiots.
no sense to me. It makes no sense. But if Americans are happy with it, it's got fuck all to do with me, has it? It's got nothing to do with me. Last Stand says he needs more Adderall. Lots more.
I agree. I love it, me. I fucking love it. I tune in.
That's the thing for entertainment value. We said before he was elected, when we actually called the election a long time before. Not that particularly clever. It was just patently fucking obvious. But it's for entertainment value alone. Trump is magnificent, and everyone says, "How can he be saying lives are being ruined?" Well, lives are going to be fucking ruined by whoever's in. You can either sit there and fucking cry about it, or you can laugh about the fact that you got a fucking Adderall addicted septuagenarian fucking lunatic as your president. You know, who probably had to be dissuaded from launching a nuclear attack when fucking Twitter told him off. That's fine. You'd be fine. Don't worry about it. I've just fucked that zip tie up.
God damn it, Aidan.
Oh. What a satisfying noise. Let's have a look here.
I can't say it on air, but every time I do that noise, it makes me think of the sex thing. It's the sound of a man failing to impregnate a woman.
Oh, yeah. Hayden loves Joe Biden. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for Joe Biden. I don't know that I love him.
It's abuse. It's total abuse. They know that he's got a bit of the Obama love hanging around him still, so they're wheeling him out. But the man's not there. It is genuinely, like, disgusting.
Fucking hair sniffing, man. He lost fucking track years ago. What is this smelling people shit he does as well?
Do you remember when he was sat there telling all loads of black people about when black kids used to touch his hair
Play
on
with
his
his
legs?
leg hair.
And you're like, the fuck are you? Like, you don't even have to do it. You can just play the audio. And there's even things saying, this is the genuine audio. It's not been edited, you know. It's like, dude, no.
It could have gone worse. It could have gone worse. It could have been, you know, when the black kids would sit around and play with my, you know, the thing.
Yeah, dude. What? I can't even remember what it was, but he was saying like an important part of the Constitution, some shit like that, really vital thing, and it was the bit where you say God, and he went, "Well, you know the thing." It's like, what the fuck, man?
Bless, oh bless. Just give him a cup of cocoa, tuck him in,
Yeah.
get him some black kids to play with the hairs on his legs, and he's a happy man.
What
more could any of us want?
Whatever you say about Trump, though, at least Trump can give, like, consent to run. You know, when he nominates himself, you're like, well, he certainly wants it.
The nature of consent. Right, we're about done, actually. The time's very nearly up. We've done very well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll hopefully be back here again next Thursday, all being well. Should be. We can get this fucker back on the road properly. Remember to join Smoke Steve on Saturday, 11 p.m. UK time. You will enjoy yourself, especially if you drink. He's a very cordial host. Do go and sign up at beta.altfeed.org. I think Alex has been dropping the links in the chat there for us, which is fantastic. I hope you're as happy we're back as we are. I know I am. I'm deliriously happy. Maybe even got a semi. Not full, because we've not spoken about Jessica and Niv.
I'm extremely aroused, Hayden.
I'm aroused in a way that would make you very uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't sit on this chair.
I'm not gonna.
No, we'll swap them.
I'm gonna stop because I was going through a very dark place. I'm going to stop that right now. We'll be back on Tuesday. If I'm balls deep in the site, Graham will go solo again, which he did last week, which was very good, I am told. I couldn't be there, unfortunately, because I was busy, but I'm told it was very good. But yeah, just join us, hang out with us, and we love you all very much in the deepest, darkest way, and we'd let any of you people play with the hairs on our legs. Stay safe. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.